Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Jenny. So today's video is the cutting and sewing of this gong puff sleeve, as you can see right here. So you can see how the puff is standing perfectly and well on the dress. So if this interests you, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also thank you to my new and my old subscribers. So let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, these are the drafting materials that I'm going to use for the drafting part. So let's get into the drafting part. So the first thing I'm going to do is to determine the length of the sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to measure 10 inches as the length of the sleeve. So this totally depends on you, so just go ahead and determine the length of your sleeve, so you can make it shorter or you can make it longer than mine. Okay, so and make sure you leave a space at the top of your pattern paper. Okay, so from that top, so which is going to be the cap sleeve, so I'm going to come down by 3 inches. Okay, so this work perfectly for me, so you can come down by 4 to 5 inches depending on your preference. Okay, so after doing this, guys, on this second line, I'm going to place my armhole measurement divided by 2, as you can see, which is 8.5 for my client. Okay, then I'm going to add my 2 inches stitching allowance at that part. Okay, so make sure you add 2 inches stitching allowance. So at the bottom part, I'm going to place my bicep measurement, which is my round sleeve measurement right there, divided by 2, as you can see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to add 2 inches stitching allowance to that. Okay, so mine is 7 inches, then I added 2 inches stitching allowance to it. Then I'm going to just curve it this way. So I'm using a curve because the person does not have like a Christian mother's arm. Okay, so if your client have like a Christian mother's arm, go ahead and make it straight. So on that armhole line, I'm going to divide what I have there by 2. Okay, then from the point, I'm going to also go up, then divide what I have at that part by 2 also to get the midpoint. So after getting the midpoint, guys, I'm going to just connect it this way, okay, with a curve. So just connect it with a slant curve. Don't make the curve so deep. Okay, so you can see what I'm having now. So this is your basic short sleeve, as you can see. Now let's move on to the puff part. So for the puff part, I'm going to make use of 3 inches at the top, as you can see. So from that cap sleeve, go up by 3 inches, but if you want it to be fuller than that, you can make use of 5 inches. Okay, so 3 inches is the standard. So I'm going to make use of 3 inches, okay, because I don't want that part to be too full. So if you want that part to be fuller, okay, so just make use of 5 inches. So I'm going to just curve it this way. Okay, so you can see what I'm having. So I'm just going to curve it towards the curve at that basic sleeve. Okay, so just curve it in like that. Then after doing that, guys, at the top, I'm going to just gather it up. Okay, so just gather the top up after cutting it out, you can see. So let's go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, guys, this is what we are having. So I'll go ahead and place it on my fabric, and I'm going to cut my fabric out. So guys, after cutting, this is what we are having for the first sleeve, and I've also notched that part, which is the cap sleeve, okay, and also the midpoint of the sleeve. So this is the second sleeve, as you can see right here, and these are the linings. So mine is going to have a lining. Okay, so go ahead and cut out your lining if yours is also going to have a lining. So the next thing to do now is to place the lining on my fabric, right side of the fabric like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stitch up the bottom part like this, like so. Stitch up the sides. Okay, so just go ahead and stitch up the bottom part and the sides. Then I'm going to turn it over at the top. Okay, then top stitch it at the right side of the fabric. I will also do it on the other sleeve. So guys, after stitching it down and I've turned it out, this is what we are having. And I've also top stitched the top part. Okay, so I've also gone ahead to give a dart at the midpoint so that the sleeve can stand more better. Okay, so the puff part will be able to stand better. So that is the little trick. So go ahead and make like a dart. So after that, I'm going to just gather it up from that notch part, as you can see, to the other notch part is going to be the puff part. So guys, after notching it, guys, this is what we are having. So we can see the puff part now. So let me just go ahead and attach it to the dress. So guys, this is the dress I'm going to be using, and I've also gone ahead to attach the first one. So this is it. This is how it's looking. You can see the puff part is standing well. So this is the little trick in it. So let's go ahead and attach the other one. Okay, before attaching your sleeve, make sure you trim off the armhole part. Okay, so if you have been following this channel, you should be able to know how to trim off your armhole part. So this is the second sleeve. So the first thing I'm going to do is to fold it into two like this on the wrong side. I'm going to get the midpoint, okay, then place it on the shoulder of the dress. Then after that, I'm going to just place it like this up to the seam of the dress. Okay, so after doing that, you can see where the seam intersects with the sleeve. So that part is where I'm going to be stitching on. Okay, so you can see, so just measure it up to the seam of the dress, that is the side seam of the dress. So after getting that part, we are going to take it over to the sewing machine, okay, and stitch it down. So guys, this is me on the sewing machine. I'm already stitching it out. So go ahead and place your biceps measurement at the bottom part. Okay, then you are going to connect it from the armhole of the sleeve to the bottom of the sleeve. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to just follow the line which I made with my chalk, okay, like so, and I'm going to just stitch it down. So after stitching it down, guys, the next thing now is to attach it to the dress. So what you are going to do now is to place the seam to seam together. Okay, so the seam of the sleeve and the seam of the dress, side seam, so just place it together. Okay, so guys, this is me trying to plug my earpiece. So as I'm stitching it down, I'm also trying to get myself busy with some music. So you can see the music I'm listening is being displayed on the screen. Okay, so most time when you are sewing, you have to also feel the fun of sewing. So because sewing itself is stressful, so you have to keep yourself happy at all time, guys. After stitching it down, guys, these are the sleeves. You can see how the puff is standing, and this is the built up neckline dress. So if you have not seen how I made this built up neckline dress, the cutting part and the sewing, please go ahead and check it out on my channel. So this is the back part. So I hope you learned one or two things from this video. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you always. Love you. Bye.